think of their home as a peaceful place to relax with the ones they love. But for our guest today, chaos and confusion are all they come home to.
Jonathan Pullins, I want you out of my damn house now. Don't come back in here. I wish you get out of my life and out of my daughter's house, because we don't want to be bothered with you anymore, and please don't come back.
Mom, I cannot stand you. I wish you stay out of our business, stay out of our life. I hate you. Just stay away from us. Leave us alone. I don't need your help. Your daughter doesn't need you. Stay away. Please, I cannot stand you. Stay away from us, period. Point blank.
Oh, boy. That's why they're here, to say my family fights 24/7. Why can't we all just get along? For being here today. Imagine being stuck between the man you love and your family who hates him. Well, that's the situation my next guest is in. Please welcome Farah to the show. Farah, thank you for being here. Farah, tell us, shed some light. What's going on with your family?
Man, Ricky, my family is so stupid. Include my husband at times. Man, we lived with him for a period of time. We went from fighting over food. They got my dog stolen. My brother-in-law pulled a knife on. My mom just argues about everything.
Everything, huh? She hates everything. Your husband and your husband hates her.
Yes.
Should we meet these two? Yeah. Sure. Starting with your husband, Jonathan. Jonathan, come on out here. Hi, Jonathan. And now let's meet your mother, Beverly. Beverly, come on out. Beverly, nice to see you. Okay, we're going to do something a little bit different here. See that we notice the podiums? We're going to give you guys 10 seconds each of uninterrupted talking. Jonathan, you're first. You got 10 seconds to tell us what's going on.
Stay out of her business, Bev. Get a grip. Get your own life. Your daughter is mine now. Respect me and you shall be respected. Don't meddle in private business that is not yours. Your family is so fake.
10 seconds are up. Beverly, what do you respond with? 10 seconds, go.
Jonathan Pullins, I cannot stand you. I wish you would get out of my daughter's life. And not only do I want her child, I'll take you or two. Give me a reason. Don't come back to my house. Don't ever come back, because I don't even want you around. No one likes you.
Okay. Having said that, why don't you take a seat next to the woman that you're fighting over? Thanks, guys. Jonathan, so what started all this? How can you possibly hate the woman that brought your wife into this world?
Man, Ricky, this lady, boy, you just don't catch no breaks with her. Me and Farah got married. She was on my back before we even got married, talking about, you don't need to marry that man. You mommy's baby. Farah, you mommy's baby. Don't go to that man. Stay away from that man. He's no good for you.
Beverly, I mean, he looks very respectable. He's wearing a tie. A lot of people come here and they don't wear ties. What's wrong with him?
Well, he's not a bad guy. He's a good provider.
Then why did you say you hate him?
But the thing of it is the way he got my daughter. My daughter was in 12th grade, ready to graduate. And then, see, he lived 2 houses down the street from me. And he would waylay her on the way from school. After a while, she was down there maybe an hour. Then it come to overnight. And she would go to school from his house. And when he would come to the house, you know, he would just smile like, hi, you know, I got her now. She's Johnny's baby instead of Mommy's baby.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me, Jonathan better get used to the idea that you're around because you're not going anywhere.
That's right. That's right.
Johnny, what do you think of that? She's not going anywhere.
Well, she got to go somewhere because she can't stick around and pry in my business for long.
Yes, sir.
What I want to know is, Johnny, how old were you when you got her?
22.
How old are you now? What's her name?
She's 19 now. Farah's 19.
Okay.
You've been married for how long?
For a year and a half.
For a year and a half, and it's been a year and a half of hell with Beverly around?
Hell, that's not the word, boy. Man.
What is the word?
I can't describe what it is being around them. Woo.
But I understand that Beverly, one thing that really upsets you is that he never came to ask you for permission to marry your daughter. And that's something that you just cannot accept?
She asked me. And now, you know, when she was only 17, I didn't even have to sign. But I did because, I mean, if she's in love and want to get married, hey, it's her life. In the olden days, people at 17 have 5 or 6 kids.
But you feel like that was a bad sign. You didn't like him immediately because he didn't give you the respect of coming to you and asking you.
He's supposed to ask me.
But she did sign the papers. She acted like she ain't had no problem with signing the papers. But once I got out the house and didn't have to depend on her, she acted like she had a problem.
But I didn't want her to be miserable, you know, walking around and you're going to be pregnant without a name, you know. So, hey, what could I do?
Yes.
Yes, Beverly, as long as Johnny is taking care of home, I don't think that you should have a problem because most men his age, you probably can't even find to take care of these kids. As long as he take care of your daughter and his children, that's all you need to matter. You should be happy for that.
I am.
You know, there is more to this story. I'll bet you want to know what else is going on with this family. Well, when we return, Jonathan's brother-in-law tells us how he got so angry that he pulled a knife on Jonathan and had his car towed. Wow, can't wait to hear about that. We'll be back after this. Talking with our feuding family, we have Jonathan, Farah, and Farah's mom, Beverly. Jonathan, we've been talking about your brother-in-law and sister-in-law. How do you feel about them?
Oh, man, I can't stand them two. Boy, they really get on my nerves.
They get on your nerves?
He gets under my skin. I just break his neck. I cannot stand that.
Okay, but you got to keep your hands to yourself today, right? We're going to talk with our mouths, not with our hands.
I'll keep my hands to myself.
All right, are we ready to meet these two? Yeah. Tony and Hattie, come on out. We need your help. Hattie, tell us, what's been going on in your household with Jonathan?
Man, see, with Jonathan, it will never work.
What will never work?
Them being married, him being around would never work.
Why?
Never.
What's wrong with Jonathan? He seems like a nice fellow. Do you guys like Jonathan?
See, looks can be deceiving. He think he's arrogant. He think he's all that. I mean, he's bossy.
So what do you want to say to Jonathan today?
I want to tell Jonathan, as long as he keep his distance from the house, all this confusion wouldn't go on, and we wouldn't have to be bothered with you.
Oh, that's a lie.
When he don't even come by the house, they call the house. They call the house, starting stuff. When something end up missing, the first person they call is me and Johnny. Did Johnny take this? Did Johnny eat this?
Yeah, I got my own house to live in. What I look like?
Your own food to eat in your house, right?
That's why haven't we came over. Don't nobody want to go over there and got to hear all that bull crap every time they step in the door. Why are you at my house? Get out of my house. Why are you on my phone?
So what do you want to say to the brother and sister-in-law of the woman you love?
Butt out, that's my wife. That's your sister, but you can't have, she is now married to me. That's property of me. How important.
And like I said before, if I have to, I'll take her and your kids.
Well,
and hers
if all
too.
this don't end
So
today and come to no resolution,
just give me a
I will pack my wife and kids up and go, and y'all never see them
You might
again.
pack your bags.
But guys, wait, what is the reason? I don't understand. What did he do that was so bad, Beverly? Tell us.
It's just like my daughter said, he's arrogant. He's better than anybody else. Like, I'll go buy my daughter, say, I'll buy her roses, and he go buy her expensive flowers.
So you feel like you're competing for the love of your daughter?
Yes.
Yes.
Ricky.
Yes,
All I
like to say is, Mom, you should let those two stay together. They look like they're a happy couple. They enjoy each other. But you, fella, you're too light to fight. You're too thin to win. That's a big man right there.
That's why I pulled a knife on him.
Wait, no, wait, tell us what... with the knife, Tony? Why'd you pull a knife on him?
Started over the dog. He had my dog stolen. Dog thief.
Did you have his dog stolen?
No, I did not.
His cousin
I don't know who stole my dog. The people I bought the dog from came back and took him from me. He asked them, do he set him outside so they can get him?
The reason why we set him outside because he was not going to stay in that darn house while me and Hattie was having our wedding on February the 14th.
And then they talk about competing. Let me tell you, Rick, I went out and bought a big old giant entertainment center with a big screen. Next thing I know, I come on out, they got a big screen TV.
The reason why I got that big screen TV, because Mom wanted the big screen. That's why.
That was what my said. I
That
can't
was
see
her
that
birthday
small.
present.
Yeah, right.
That's right. And
Guys.
I
They're
got
trying
the
to
big
keep
one
up with
in
me.
there. You come
Okay,
up big.
we're really fighting about nothing. We're fighting over who got the big screen TV first.
No, we fighting, basically, we fighting over
If I were you guys, I would be picking and choosing my battles. That wouldn't be one of them.
That's not all.
better be
That's not all. I went and got me a
One at a time, guys. What?
That's not all. I went and got me a freezer. You know, I have my freezer like.
And what? He went and got a freezer too. Oh,
got a freezer.
that would make me mad.
That's right.
We went and got a freezer
And the
because
same color.
No.
I don't get it.
About this big.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to know, what is the price you all are going to have to pay? Excuse me. What is the price you all are going to have to pay to get rid of that side of the family? What's going to be the result?
Well, you know, as far as I can see, there's no getting along with them, period. They like the Addams family, Morticia Gourmets and Pugs. And all that stuff. Now, as far as that, Ricky, let me tell you how low and dirty they got. They have my car repossessed from me.
That is not me.
They had my car
Now, I'm
repossessed.
not
I
gonna
was
do that.
working.
Whatever I have to say to Johnny, I will say it to him. Now, he know me better than that. I will never stab you in the back. I will never have that car taken when that's my daughter's transportation and the baby's. I don't do that.
That high yellow person right there had my car taken.
That's right. Because, see, for one thing, I'm not going to sit around and let somebody try to dog my wife, which for one thing,
Over a coat.
I'm
His
not
wife
going to
won
sit
my
back
coat.
and settle
Over
around
a coat.
about that.
She
That
won
ain't
my
that,
coat.
Guys.
My wife.
It's right in the back of his car.
All right,
My bag,
all right.
the damn bag that my husband found.
All right, Uncle Fester is speaking. Yes.
Excuse me, but Farah, you haven't said much of anything. And where do you live? Do you live near your parents?
Oh, man, too close.
Wait, what's too close, Johnny?
I haven't said anything because if I say something nice about them, then I'll be on their side. If I say something about him, then I'll be on his side.
But why did you come here today, Farah? What did you want to accomplish today? Why don't you tell your family? They're all listening. No one's talking right now. What do you want to accomplish by being here today?
Y'all just, either y'all get along or we just move away. We can't live like this. We feuding, people calling the cops and all that crazy stuff. That's crazy. Man, and I feel it's my fault because I was stuck up under you for 18 years. And then all of a sudden I moved and left. I left without even giving you time to get unadjusted to me.
That's right, and to him.
But Mama, it's my life.
But I know, but you were just too young.
But it's my life, Mama. You can say I was too young, Mama. If I made a mistake, I didn't make a mistake. He's taking care of me. I got a gorgeous baby. I got 2 other kids. We're not one for
And
anything.
I'm going to get them first chance I
No,
get.
you're not going to get them. No.
Hey, Ricky, let me
Yes, Johnny.
Let me say something.
Yes.
There's not many men in the world that take care of their babies the way I take care of mine. There's not many men in the world that take care of their wife the way I take care of my wife. My wife doesn't want for anything. I bust my tail day in and day out to make sure they all right. Even though everything she has might not be the finest in the world, but she's provided for like a man should take care. Her mom has no reason to dislike me. None whatsoever. Now, as far as my other 2 kids, I had them way before this marriage, and I will have them way after.
All right.
If it ever did
Well,
come to
we
that.
are going to have somebody talking to you all later, hoping to make some positive closure for you all today. All right. Coming up next, we'll meet a girl who says she feels like the battle trophy in a 17-year-long competition between her mother and her aunt. We'll meet them next. Don't go away. talking to families who say there is no room for friendship in their homes when there's so much fighting and friction. Please welcome my next guest, Tanya, to the show. Thank you, guys. Tanya, tell us, in a nutshell, what's been going on between your mother and her sister?
It's a constant battle between who's the better parent. My mom's my mom, my Aunt Robin is my Aunt Robin, but I have to give my Aunt Robin more credit than my mother. It's just a constant battle of who's
So you
better.
feel like you're constantly they're vying for your attention or something? They're trying to one-up each other?
Yeah, one thinks one's better than the other.
Let's meet these two, shall we? Mom, Robin, come on out here. All right, you ladies know how this works. Aunt Robin, you have 10 seconds to say what you want to say. Go.
I'm just angry at you because you never let me in, and the things that's happened over the years with Tanya and me and Dad and Mom and just everything. I just wish it'd get better.
Okay, Brenda, you have 10 seconds. Respond.
My life is more private, and I feel that what happens between me and Tanya is between me and Tanya, and I don't like anybody interfering, and I think that sometimes you interfere and you enable her.
All right, thank you, ladies. Why don't you take your seats next to the woman in question, Tanya. Okay, Robin, I noticed that Brenda said that she doesn't want to let you in, but you're family. How does that make you feel? She doesn't want to let you in.
I am in. There's no getting around me being in because of Tanya. And how she says she wants it to be private. At the same time, she says she wants it to be private, but just say 2 months ago, she called me and said, I need Tanya to come live with you. Okay? So how can I not be involved in somebody's life if I am involved? I'm there. There's no getting around it.
And this battle has been going on for 17 years, and you two live next door to each other and don't speak, don't...
That's probably the problem, because we live next door to each other, and if I tell Tanya no, down over the hill she would go. You know, it was my mother, and after my mother died, then it was my dad, and after my dad left, Robin lived in the house, so Tanya could always run over the hill to escape from what I told her not to do, and she'd be doing...
So it was like she had two moms. It was like what I used to do with my parents. When my mom said no, I'd run to my dad, and my dad would hopefully say yes. It's the same kind of thing.
Sometimes it was convenient.
Well, how far apart in age are you two?
3 years.
3 years apart.
Yes.
I mean, this seems to me like this is a great opportunity for the three of you to finally sit down and to listen to what each other has to say and hopefully iron this stuff out and move forward to having a productive family life with each other. I assume that's why you're here. Tanya, is that why you're here?
Yes.
What do you want to say to these two women that you love dearly?
Why can't they just get along and let, you know, they talk about each other constantly. One says one's crazy, the other one says the other's crazy. Although I will admit they both are crazy, but...
Yeah, Robin, you were close to crying just now. I mean, this obviously must be devastating for you, not to be able to be close to your sister.
It is.
What do you want to say to her?
I just don't know why. She has friends that were my friends, and my friends call me and tell me about my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ask her, don't ask me. I don't know the answer.
Just like I was told that you're planning to go to Orlando, and you called Kurt and Karen, and you called other people, and you never involved me in anything in your life, never.
I think I moved, and sometimes now it's more difficult for us to talk because it's long distance, and I thought our phone bills are high. When she calls me at work, I can't talk for a very long period of time.
Your daughter's shaking her head no. She doesn't buy this excuse. Tanya, what do you think the real reason is? Why?
It's just a communication thing, I think.
And so isn't this the perfect opportunity to communicate with one another? I mean, do you love your sister?
Yeah. There's no hate, or dislike. We're just different. She's more spontaneous than I am.
But I think you have a lot in common today. You both love Tanya and want the best for her, so you need to come together as women. You're no longer children, you're women, and be there for Tanya. I mean, it's got to be horrible for her to see you two fight this way.
It is, but Tanya's spoiled, and I think that Robin will let her do things that I don't want. When I say no,
Now, I think that I am stricter on Tanya than you are.
But when I live with Robin, Robin controls me, not you.
And we
That's, you
set
agreed.
limits
You
where
agreed.
you let her. You buy her a new car. She'll be gone for 3 days. You have no idea. Well, you might know where she is because you got her cellular phone so she can call you and tell you where she's at.
So wait a minute. So Robin is more of a mother to you? She acts more of like an authority figure than your own mom?
It's both ways. When I live with Robin, when I stay with her for days, she tells me what to do.
My discipline is different than my sister's.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
I was just going to say that I feel bad for Tanya because she's the one losing out here. I mean, you all are blood, you're relatives, and, you know, for Tanya, you have to get together and do it for her. I mean, she's not a baby anymore, but she still needs the both of you in her lives, and I think it's important that you kind of get past that for her because she's the one in the middle.
Well, I think she likes to be where the excitement is. And if Robin's doing something or going somewhere, then that's where the fun is. Me, I'm getting older, and I'm not as exciting, and there's the kids. Robin has 3 children, and I think Tanya misses the kids, and I think she enjoys being with them.
I wanted to ask if you had any kids and if you disciplined them the same way. Is there any,
well, my children are 5, 7, and 10.
Oh, so obviously you discipline them a little bit differently than you discipline Tanya.
So now we got a 17-year-old.
I didn't know the age.
Well, now you know. Change things for you?
Right.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, what have you walked away with this story?
Yeah.
You think it's stupid, right? They should just get along, huh?
Everybody, it looks like you said, you're not really, it's not anger. You know, it's like maybe a miscommunication type of deal, you know?
She hasn't liked me since I've been a kid.
Well, just a
now that's different.
No, it isn't.
Now she's saying something. Now she's talking to her, so now you both really need to talk.
I know sisters that are the best of friends, and you don't even talk to me.
That's not true.
Well, we'll hopefully get to the bottom of this later in the show. Coming up next, a mother tells her 2 dueling daughters to grow up or get out. We'll be back. Oh, everybody wants a hug. Families who say life within their 4 walls is like a battleground and it's got to stop. Meet my next guest, mother of 2, Melinda. And Melinda, tell us, how do your daughters fight these days?
About everything. Telephone, hitting each other, arguing, disagreeing about everything, boyfriends.
You name it, they fight over it.
Everything.
And let me guess, you're sick of it, Mom.
I'm fed up with it.
All right, well, you know, these 2, they are so combustible, we're not going to have them stand at any podiums. We're just going to let them go at it today with their mouths, not with their hands. Are we ready to meet them? Yeah! Maria and Marietta, come on out. You guys are not children. You're young adults. What are you doing fighting, Maria?
She get on my nerves.
She get on your nerves, and what happens?
Okay, when my mother go to work, she thinks she can tell me to do anything. When my mother's at work, she thinks she's my mother. She try to tell me what to do. Argue me over the TV, the telephone, who I'm talking
to.
The
boyfriends, we
know.
Marietta, what do you have to say for your behavior?
Well, put it this way, my mother tell me do something. Tell her what to do when she's not there. She's supposed to do it, right?
No.
If I tell her something, right?
No.
But see, she younger than me. I'm older than she is.
So?
Okay? And she's supposed to do what I tell her to do. Okay? When my mother's not there.
But are you her mother?
No, I'm her older sister.
So? I want to know what Mom does when you 2 are fighting.
I tell them to shut up.
And does it work, Mom?
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't.
I be want to do this stuff, zip lips.
So what do you want to say to your daughters today? You have them sitting there quiet. Tell them what it's like for you.
I want them to realize they're sisters. They should love each other and stop fighting each other and arguing and get along.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the age difference?
I'm 21.
I'm 17.
Be her sister. Be her friend. I know what it's like.
What do you mean you know what it's like?
I have an older sister who's 6 years older, and I try to be her friend.
Try to be her friend. Did you used to fight when you were their age?
Always. Still fighting. But be her sister. Be her friend.
So then you need to listen to your own advice, don't you?
I tried.
I want to know, why is the 21-year-old still living at home with Mom? Well, Marietta?
Well, one reason I am not ready to move out yet, I'm not making enough money like I should, so I'm not ready right now.
But don't you think, I mean, you should treat the people that live under this roof, because it's not your roof, it's your mom's roof. Don't you think you should treat the people living in this house the way your mom would want you to treat them?
But if she disrespects me, I'm supposed to treat her the same way she treat me. No?
Yes.
All I want to say is, if 21 and 17, that's not too much of age difference. The only thing you should say something is she's doing something like out of the ordinary that's real bad. But as far as like, if your mother has something to say, she should say it to her herself. Why should she have you say it?
Well, is my mother not there? I'm supposed to tell her what to do.
I have a feeling, Marietta, that you get off on telling her what to do,
Yes, you
don't
do.
you?
Yes,
You
she
enjoy it just a little bit too much. Maria, what's it like for you being the baby?
It's terrible. I mean, the boyfriends, they threaten their lives.
Wait a minute.
They gotta be a certain age. She the main one. When they come over, she gotta entertain them, dance and sing and.
Would you like to entertain us today? Come on. Show us how you do it. Come on. Nothing wrong with that. Tell me, did that entertain you or what?
Well, I don't know. Did it entertain y'all?
Yeah, it entertained me. That was great. Yes. What's your comment? You know you're not supposed to be chewing gum right now. Oops. Yes.
She's the oldest and you're the youngest. I'm saying you should be friends and everything, because that's where the siblings start, you know? And,
In your book, right, sir?
but she's the oldest, and if she tells you something, you should sometimes pay mind to it, because she's older than you. She's wiser also, because she's been through there.
I don't think Maria wants to hear that her older
Okay.
sister's wiser than her. Yes?
Okay.
Okay.
It's a difference between advice. It's a difference between advice and bossing. She tries to boss me. She don't give me advice. She bosses me, and it's a difference between them. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
But does she teach you how to dance?
No, I taught her how to dance.
All right. Yes.
I was wondering if the mother and the oldest daughter is closer than with your younger daughter, even by the way she's dressed. It's like
No, I
she's
don't
trying
make
to be...
difference with my children. I have a son also.
And you love them all the same?
I love all three of them the same. I do the same for all
right.
of them. There's no
Can't we all just get along?
That's right. Why can't we all just get along?
Well, that's the big question of the day. Can we, ladies? Let's all just go out dancing together.
When she stops trying to be my mother and be a sister.
Then you'll get along with her?
Right.
All right. Coming up next, two former feuding sisters show us how they changed their ways. We'll be back. We have been talking to families who say the fighting in their house is tearing their home apart. This used to be the case with my next guest. Please welcome back to the show former feuding sisters, Kachan and Lachelle. Nice to see you, ladies. Glad to have you back. Let's take a look at a clip from you last time you were here, okay? Take a look.
Oh, but she has no other reason to call a child protective. Oh, she over-exaggerates everything.
Girl, with the people in your house, you're gonna get in trouble anyway. They run up in there, they gonna see that you ain't there. What?
Wait a minute,
They there with you now. I mean, they there with them now.
No, they are not.
Who are they there with?
Why don't you turn to your sister and tell her how concerned you are for your niece and nephew?
If you don't get yourself together, I'm gonna call child protective.
Yeah, that's that.
Is she lying? She's lying.
Exaggerating. And she's saying it like I have a lot of people in my house.
It's enough.
Every day.
It's enough.
All day. Loud music every day. All day.
It's enough.
We remember them?
Yeah.
Sure we do. Nice to see you. Tell us, Lachelle, I'll start with you. How have things changed since that show?
Everything. No company in my house like that. Everything changed completely. Me and Kachan became closer now.
Really?
Yeah.
So it wasn't even just being here on the show, it was watching how you behaved on TV when the show aired.
When I saw the show, I was like, I looked like a complete... I mean, I looked right stupid, immature, and I was laughing like everything was a joke or whatever, and that was not cool.
So you're no longer feuding sisters? You're no longer going to call CPS on her? It's only fit that you give advice to the people on our panel today. Kachan, what would you say to our guests that are feuding?
Well, in my case, I only got one sister, and I mean she'll be my sister for the rest of my life. I mean she's my blood, and blood is thicker than all the people that was in her house. You had to realize that. And I mean whatever the little bit of stuff that y'all going through, I mean you only got one life to live. That's your family. Y'all should be together, and not argue.
With me, because I have only one sister as well, and I used to fight growing up. We used to fight like cats and dogs, but you know, you reach a point, you grow up, and you love each other. Life's too short to be hating each other, which brings me to Robin and Brenda. Robin, you said that you feel like you have been hated by your sister your entire life. Don't you think today is the day to just put everything out there on the line and just move forward and maybe make a change?
I would like that, yeah.
It can be done.
How can it be done?
I don't hate her. Just maybe we should spend some more time together.
Why don't you tell her that you love her? I don't think she's ever loved that.
I love you.
I'm just not, that emotional as she is. And
that's true.
And I'm just maybe more strong-headed than she is.
But can you move forward? Oh, everybody wants a hug. Tanya, do you feel better?
Sorta, but I mean...
Give me a kiss.
Kiss me. I'm not kissing her. Kiss me.
Why don't you feel great? I mean, this is wonderful to see from my point of view.
Because it'll go back to what it was. There's no doubt in my mind that it will, because when we go home, my mom... all the way here, she was yelling back and forth.
You know what? There is hope, because seeing Kachan, I lived through seeing them here the first time around, and to think that they would come to this point where they have resolved their issues with one another. She is now taking care of her kids the way she should have all along. You know what? You'll watch yourselves on TV, and maybe you will see how you behave today and move forward and make some changes, all right? Coming up next, it seems like the last time these families need is another opinion, but we have one for them, and her advice might just save them all. We'll be back with Karen Stark. Don't go away. Hi, we're back. We've been talking about conflicts that are breaking apart families. Joining us today is psychologist and friend of our show, Karen Stark. Karen, nice to see you again.
Good to see you, Ricki.
Please help us. Give us some advice.
I just wanted to make a quick mention about the two that are sitting in the audience here,
Kachan and Lachelle,
because I was on the show when they were on.
You were.
I was the therapist then, and I'm so pleased to see that it worked out.
And Lachelle, that really was courageous of you.
Yeah, I think it's terrific. It's so great to see that people come on our show, they have some sort of dysfunctional thing going on in their relationship, and they make it better by being here and meeting people like you and our audience. I know a big thing was the audience had something to say about you guys and helped you, right? That's great. See, your comments do mean something, guys.
Wonderful.
So what are your comments for today? Yeah. I mean, I'm worried about this family. Jonathan seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah.
There's some disrespect going on with Beverly.
In this family, Jonathan is not the problem. In this family, Mom really wants to control the family. Now, here's an interesting thing about Beverly is that you'll sit there and you'll say he's a wonderful father, yet you're going to take his kids away. Makes no sense at all. You really have to let this daughter go. You already have one that's living under your roof. I mean, you don't need to have another. You can't have your whole family stay with you. It doesn't matter who has a bigger TV screen. They have their own life. They could have everything you have and more. It doesn't matter. This is your child. Needs her own life.
But Jonathan, you can't instigate her. I mean, you're not helping the situation.
That's the whole thing right there. That's what I'm telling you.
He's giving you sass, isn't he?
All the time, all the time. That's why I be right on him.
Yeah, but Jonathan, no, wait, Jonathan,
guys, wait. The therapist is trying to take control, guys.
Ask me like that, and I'm not going to have him
like a wrestling match.
I'm old enough to be his grandma.
Okay, enough. On the other hand, to add to this, you really have to respect her. I'm telling her to stay away and to stay out of your life, but she's still a mother. You have to speak well to her, and the best thing the two of you could do would be to move away, to tell you the truth.
But listen,
you're in the middle.
She can't call and cuss my husband out and expect for him to have respect for her when she don't have respect for him.
In order to get respect, you gotta give.
Yeah, no, that's not always true, though. With someone who's older, just stay away from them, and if I were you, I'd move away. If not, stay away as much as possible.
I stay in my own house.
Good,
All
stay
right.
in your own house.
What about with Brenda and Robin?
Okay, when it comes to the two of you, I'm not sure. I think that you're going back and forth between them too much, Tanya. Now you're older. Maybe when you were a kid you didn't know better, but you really only have one mother. You can't have two mothers. You have to decide. It's always nicer to have an aunt. She'll seem more appealing. Someone who's not your own mother. I think that you have your own children, and you really can't be a mother to her. I don't care even if her mother calls you and says she wants Tanya to come stay with you. Say no. You don't have to say yes. Let them work it out between the two of them. You'll get along better with your own sister. I really believe that. What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I just, like, when I go there, we moved, that's where all my friends are. You know, my friends, my whole family's there.
Yeah, but your mother's not there.
But it kills my mother to go down there.
Until you live out on your own. You could go visit, but I think that this is your mother.
I am moving
This is the person who's in charge of you, that you live with.
Oh, I know that. I understand
that. You can't have two mothers, and they can't really fight over you, because the person you have to listen to is your own mother.
I know that.
She seems like she might be more fun.
She is.
So have fun with her, but your mother's your mother.
All right. Finally, what about our two sisters, our dancing sisters?
Well, I think the audience had it right on the line, Ricky. I mean, it's really true. They hit it on the nail. This is an older sister who's acting like a mother, and you're a good dancer, but you're not a mother. So, I think you should stick to dancing, and if you think she's doing something wrong, tell your mother. Don't tell her. 17 is old enough to take care of herself.
Thank you.
It really is.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, I have a question for the gentleman right here.
Jonathan.
Yeah, do you think that you'll ever come to an understanding with her mother? Maybe you guys could sit down and talk to each other and try to work something out. Perhaps, she's the only mother she has.
And there's a grandchild involved, so I wonder what this child is going to see growing up.
In the long run, you can't let that go on.
That's our bell cutting us short. But what do you want to say, Johnny, before we do that?
I don't know, man. I have sat and tried to talk to these people, and it's like they have holes in their head. They just don't understand when you're trying to come across and trying to get along. And it seems
all
like
right, I hear you. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry to cut you off. But you know what time that it is, right? You know what that signal means? It is audience comment of the day time. Take a look and see who won today.
All I like to say is, Mom, you should let those two stay together. They look like they're a happy couple. They enjoy each other. But you, fella, you're too light to fight. You're too thin to win. That's a big man right there.
All right, sir. What's your name?
Andy Blanos.
Anthony, all right. Let's see what you won. You won a lovely Ricky Lake Audience Comment of the Day trophy. Check that out. It shines. And you won some beautiful roses. How do you feel, sir?
Excellent.
Excellent. Made your day, didn't it?
Exactly.
All right. That's great. I'm real happy for you. All right. We'll be back after this. Karen Stark, thank you very much. We'll be right back. We are out of time. I would like to thank all of my guests for being here today and sharing their stories, especially Karen Stark. Thank you for joining us again. It's great to have you. Family is the one part of your life that is always supposed to be with you. Remember, friends can come and go, but blood is thicker than water. Huh, where have I heard that before? I don't know. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Promotional fees have been paid by the following.